Honesty always attracts a crowd, and it's proven to be a potent tool for North Carolina native Casey Clark. Next on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com.
As I sit here, I look down at this once great city. Its past riddled with manipulation, deception, and lies. If you weren't so blinded by your own obsession, you'd see the true villain. The mirror doesn't lie. Take a good look, and you'll see everything you truly detest. The future uncertain with the exception of one small detail. I am here to stay. No matter what you throw at me, no matter what you do to me, I'll keep coming, and I'll keep coming. I am the Dork Knight.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there wasn't that of that back in 1970. What didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a party book MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How the hell are you doing, world?
What's up?
I think there's a storm a-brewing.
Yeah.
The trees are, like, blowing sideways. The clouds are racing by. The black clouds. It's gonna come down hard, or it's just gonna get really bad looking, and then it's gonna stop, and the sun's gonna come out again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I guess it's going to be cloudy all day from now on, but it's supposed to rain till like 6 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What does this say about me? What were you going to say?
Huh?
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
I guess I'll finish my sentence. What does this say about me? I like rain and thunderstorms, and I like it when it's fall and when it's not sunny, and I like winter. What does that say about me?
Well, I don't know. A lot of people, I kind of tend to like the fall more. I like the feeling in the air. It's there's a romance about it, I think.
Maybe I'm just a vampire.
Yeah, you could be. I don't know. I don't know.
But what were you going to say?
Now you've got something to do, like what? Like at 3 or 4?
4. Yeah.
4 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna go to Dunbar Cave.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna walk once, just because.
Just don't get rained out.
I can't take. Yeah. Well, I'm feeling pretty good. This is gonna blow by pretty quick. So by the time I get there, it'll probably be done. I hope.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed, but I got some work to do before I go too. So, just busy.
I know.
All the time. Well, it's good though. It's like it's paying voiceover work, so that's always
so
good.
that's the good busy.
Yes,
that's the
yes.
Good busy. It's not like you have too much work at work.
Right, and I think I've gotten past I sound congested and like I have a cold almost, so I'll be able to lay it down, and that's good. I'm excited.
I can't wait till I have my normal voice back because it still sounds like I'm talking like this to me.
Well, I'm kind of used to this one now, so when you get your normal voice back, it'll be like, I don't know.
I can't wait for this Eileen's Honey. Like this is the first time I heard about it.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Why?
About
what,
that.
you don't want me to be better too? You just want to keep all the health for yourself?
That's not what I'm just playing.
If I get sick, guess who else gets sick?
I'm just playing with you. Yeah, we've been like passing it back and forth, but I don't think either one of us have. I don't think either one of us has ever gotten over it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it full on again because I'm getting over it. I don't want to get it again. And when you were sick, I hid from you like the plague. I stacked pillows up on the bed. I was like, don't touch me. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I don't know if that does any good, but I mean, if it makes you feel better.
It must have done some good because I didn't catch it.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
On wood. I don't know if this is out of wood.
Jasmine's listening. She says hi.
Hi, Jasmine.
Yeah, you're literally knocking on wood.
I had to. And I have to do it with the other hand, too. Just for double luck.
Don't you love it that the cats for the most part get along now?
Yeah, I mean they still fight, but I think they almost like fighting. I know Abby puts up like a fuss about it, but I think they like fighting with each other.
Yeah,
It's
I think
weird.
they play more than they fight, but then they tolerate each other. Like right now, they're in the same space.
Right, like the first day she was hiding from her.
Yeah, I don't think they love each other, but I think they just tolerate each other.
I think they would miss each other if the other one was gone.
Probably at this point.
So
I
maybe
still
they
think
do love
Maggie's
each
evil
other.
as hell, though. I really do.
I love her though. I love Maggie. She's like that Disney villain that is evil, but yet everybody loves.
I don't love her.
I do.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but I just don't. It's raining now. It's coming straight down.
Hey, she was nice to you this morning.
Yeah, but she can change on a dime, man. It's like
Well, that's not her fault. She's got like a mental problem. Maybe that's not her fault.
I don't know. She looks normal.
Yeah, but
She's fat.
looks can be. She's chubby.
Oh, she's fat, and I'm going to tell her straight up.
Chubby. I accidentally called
Maggie, you're fat.
Oh,
Okay.
don't hurt her feelings.
You're always going to be fat unless you change something about yourself.
I accidentally called her fat the other day, and I apologized and said
Did you
she
say
was
you're
chubby.
sorry?
I did.
I'm sure it
I
hurt her
apologized.
deeply.
I bet it did because she's chubby. She's
Yeah.
chubby.
Yeah. I think if you call a fat person chubby, they still know you're calling them fat. I think.
Yeah, but chubby is a cuter name. So.
Oh, it's a cuter way to call somebody fat.
Yeah, and it's almost like, oh, they're chubby. That's kind of cute.
Sure.
Chubs.
I'm tired of being fat. That's why I've been walking so much.
I want to get some rock hard abs for real.
Do you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to amp up my exercising.
Yeah.
It's just like for me, it's hard to stay disciplined because it's like I can do like harder stuff to do. I guess not quite hardcore, but just like more difficult stuff. But then I'll stop. It's like, how do I?
You should get the six pack and then release one of those yoga videos, like where you're teaching people how to do yoga and stuff.
I have to teach myself how to do yoga because I'm really not that flexible.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with my friend Alex about that the other day. We were like, we both need yoga in our lives because sometimes we just get so frustrated and angry, and it would be nice to have yoga or something, but we can't.
Yeah,
It's
I don't.
not
I
flexible.
don't have good enough balance. I don't have good enough balance for the yoga.
No.
Like if I ever get pulled over by a cop and he gives me a sobriety test, I'm probably going to fail it.
I'd be like, oh, you jail. You
Yeah,
go to
'cause
jail.
I can't walk a straight line. I really
Neither.
can't. It's just who I am. I'll blame it on my equilibrium if they ever pull me over.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll be like, I promise I'm not drunk. I just can't walk a straight line. It's
They'll
just-
be like, say the alphabet backwards then.
yeah, I can't do that either.
Can't do that either.
I knew a girl that could do that in high school. It's because when you're in elementary school, you lay on those mats at nap time, and they've always got the alphabet across the top of the wall, and she would always read it backwards.
That's funny.
So she learned it backwards just like that. Yeah, so I just learned it forwards.
She
That was
knew
enough.
that one
I
day-
learned what I had to learn, no extra stuff.
right.
Yeah, that's how I rolled. So if you're just tuning in, it's not just us talking the whole entire time. We've got Casey Clark coming up. We had a chance to meet. Well, we'll talk about all that when we come back. But first, I want to say thanks to Exact Construction and to Magnolia Emporium.
Okay, I want you to say Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Emporium.
That's what I said. Magnolia Emporium.
No, not Magnolia Emporium.
I said that. Magnolia Emporium.
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 No, not young. It's Magnolia Emporium.
Handy Randy.
Magnolia Emporium.
704-248-6808. We want your space to reflect your success. Wait, is that a drill?
I figured I'd work on some home improvement stuff.
Where did you get a drill?
It doesn't matter because now I have the power.
Bruh, you don't even know how to use a drill.
Oh, I know how to use a drill.
Chris, you're gonna hurt yourself again. Just call Exact Construction.
I don't know, I'm feeling pretty manly.
Look, just call Jory at Exact Construction. They handle electrical, plumbing, carpentry, drywall, painting, wood flooring, repair, remodel, and service calls. They do everything.
Okay. What's the number?
931-809-8098.
That's Exact Construction, done exactly how it should be. Exact Construction. That's XACT Construction, a proud sponsor of the Chris Top program.
You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program.
Oh my goodness, I love these cats.
Yeah? Well, they almost broke out into a big brawl.
They're so cute, though.
Just a second ago. They're so mean.
They are.
Well, Maggie's mean.
Abby's mean?
Abby's perfect.
Abby's always mean.
Abby's perfect.
Then why is she trying to bite me?
If you are listening to this live, make sure you leave questions, comments on the ChrisTopProgram.com, and we'll make you a part of the show. And if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, then you're probably listening on iHeartRadio or Stitcher or one of those places. So make sure you tweet with us or go back later, and we'll answer your questions, or we'll talk about you, bad about you, or something.
Yeah, we'll talk bad because
we'll figure it all out.
We're nasty.
Yeah.
We're nasty human beings.
Yeah. Now, I'm good friends. I think I can say that at this point. I'm really good friends with Craig Wilson. We've known each other for probably a little over 3 years now. And every time he recommends an artist to me, I am never, ever, 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 ever disappointed. I'm always extremely impressed. And that brings me to Casey. We had a chance to meet Casey at the CMA Fest. Or I met Casey. Did you meet Casey?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to him for a second, and
I
afterwards,
felt like I talked with the same group of people the whole time.
But we had a chance to talk just for a minute, and we didn't have an interview or anything like that lined up because it was sort of a last-minute thing. But then we kind of got to know each other through emails and stuff like that. But Casey, how are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here, and you gave me a warm vibe just right off shaking your hand there when I saw you in town, so it's a good thing. You got that warm vibe for sure.
Oh, well, thank you. Does it come across on the radio, too? I try.
That's more of a vocal tone thing, but yeah, right. It's pretty warm, too, man. I'll give you that.
Okay, phew.
Aww.
Yeah, when I saw you back at the CMA Fest, man, it was rough. We had a rough time because there was something going on with me. It's like I had I don't know. It's more than allergies. It was something beyond that. It was crazy, but I could barely talk. So Allie had to actually take over the shows for me, and I just kind of sat there.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what to do with myself.
I felt like a freeloader. I just kind of sit around and let her do all the talking. It was weird. It was weird. But I'm more myself. Yeah. I'm more myself now, so that's a good thing. So now, when I tried to get you on the show last month, but you were like off gallivanting in Hawaii.
Yeah, well, as you know, the way I figure somebody's got to go out there and play music from Nashville, I figured it might as well be me.
Might as well. Now, is that a regular thing for you, or was that a first time?
Yeah, fair. Well, I'm going to say it was the first time. I've got a history in the Hawaiian Islands. I was there in school for a while, and that's where I established the initial connection, both with friendships, and I was kind of in college trying to figure some stuff out, but I started studying and became immediately enamored with Hawaiian history, Polynesian history. As that's kind of what drew me to the islands. Honestly, man, it's beautiful. Everybody says that, hey, it's a tourist destination, great. But there's almost a sense of southern hospitality in the Hawaiian Islands, and obviously being a North Carolinian, that's a cool thing for me to find that somewhere else in the world. That's as close to what I can describe their life is like. And then I started researching music, man, and you know, I'm a bit of a music buff, and as far as history is concerned, and I didn't realize how deep the ties were, but it makes perfect sense, right? Hawaiian slack key guitar, steel guitar, pedal steel guitar is virtually one and the same. And it's really interesting. On my trip this last time, I got to talking with an 83-year-old guy that's involved in the music industry, and he said they're actually trying to put blues on the map in the Hawaiian Islands before it was here in the Americas. So they're working on some stuff like that, but it's super fascinating as far as musical history. Folks don't realize how rich that is there, separate from, you know, Hawaiian music.
Now, are you going to go back?
Yeah, I actually plan to kind of check up on my folks there at least. I'd like to do shows several times a year. I've got a good tie-in there with military folks, and some of them are glad to see a piece of home when they're out there. You know, they're spending most of their days on the Big Island or on different islands actually physically training for combat. So it's a nice change for them to see a piece of country music and a piece of home.
Oh, okay. Now, hey, if we hang up on you, it's not because I don't like you, but there's a storm coming.
There's a storm.
So I'm just giving you the heads up. I'm just giving you the heads up. Now, you seem to me like a really genuine kind of guy. Like, even if you were at the point in your career where you're playing LP Fielder and CMA Fest and Tim McGraw's opening for you, you know, you seem like you are really well-rooted and you're just a genuine kind of guy. And I like your quote in your biography, honesty always attracts a crowd. So give me some insight on that. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, well, first off, man, I appreciate the kind words, and that's something that I've always been down to earth, but kind of life experience has lent itself to that. We've all got times when we think better of ourselves, or we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people. It's one thing that I'm a big pontificator on life. That's one thing that bothers me, and I do it too. But human beings, we're always trying to find some way that makes us feel a little bit better than the next guy. And I hate that. I think it goes on in the music industry too, a lot less in Nashville than it does other places. But so kind of thinking about that really changed my life, man. And I was sitting here thinking, why do I have to have a better job? Why do I have to make more money? Or why do I have to even just be a better cook? Why do we always have to have one leg up on everybody? We're all after the same things: love, happiness, being able to do what we want for a living. It's something that we're passionate about. So that's kind of where my roots come from. And secondly, man, just a small town thing. Growing up in an agricultural area, in a rural area. My father was a landscaper. My mother was a stay-at-home mom. And so I grew up busting my butt with a shovel in my hand. And when I wasn't doing that, I was outside. I was creative, man. I'd dress up in rain gear on days that it rained, and I'd go in the woods and pretend I was a ninja.
Okay, let's be honest. You probably still do that, don't you?
Yeah, from time to time. Yeah, that it creeps up on me. Let's put it that way. I don't want to talk much more about it than that.
Well, that's good. I mean, people should base their success on what they can personally accomplish and not on what somebody else can do, because there's always going to be somebody, I think, that's better than you at something, and it doesn't matter. It
doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. I mean, it's so true. There's a million guys that are a better guitar player than you are. There's a million guys that are a better songwriter or singer than you are. But
in Nashville alone, probably.
Yeah, it's about your journey and connecting with the people that identify with who you are as an artist, what you grew up on, what your motto is, and that's mine, man. Mine is just living life, being kind to people, and that's kind of how I connect with folks. Is everybody can appreciate that, but. We're all here to do this thing together. Let's have some fun and respect each other.
Yeah. Now, how do you know Craig? Is he producing your EP for you?
Yeah. Craig and I got linked up, writing some tunes together, and kind of spawned a relationship from there. And Craig's definitely producing the EP. Co-wrote a couple songs on the EP. I think everything actually we at least co-wrote together and worked on together. Yeah, so as you said earlier, man, Craig's one of my favorite guys in Nashville. He is literally on all the time, and that's not because he turns it on. That's just who he is. He's the nicest guy in the world. And
he really is, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I met Craig. I really am. We met him, I guess, cool our very first time at BB King's 3 or 4 years ago. So, yeah, he's a good guy for sure. Now, your EP is coming out this month. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's looking like after I work this weekend, maybe end of August. That way it'll give us a little time to do some things and line up. But yeah, we're finishing things up. We finished vocals up yesterday, and really all it's going to mix and master, and then we're ready to unleash it on the world.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Now, I'm really, really impatient. So could you send me like a couple of songs before it comes out, just so I can hear them?
Dude, I'm a step ahead of you. I just sent you one maybe 20 minutes ago.
Did you?
I was on the phone with Craig, and we finished a mix last night of the most beautiful song on the record, and 10 minutes ago maybe I sent it to you. It's called Invincible.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah,
I absolutely can't wait, man. And anytime this stuff happens, like when you release an EP or an album or whatever, let me know, and we'll get you back on the show, and we can even... like, say, before the show or before you release it, we can do, like, little 20-second teasers.
Great. Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, we can do, because you're in the loop now. So we're good. You're done. Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
so,
I'm going through the gauntlet.
So this month, you're going to release a 5-song EP. Now, tell me about what's it like working with Matt Ross?
Unbelievable, man. Both the combination of his skills as an engineer and his knack for bringing live sounds into one thing, and then on top of that, his incredible ability to have the perfect humor at the right point in time when the room's starting to die. That's another knack that he has, man. And I think that takes just as long to develop as an engineer's ear. He just knows he's quiet, but he knows when to slam you with that good joke that everybody needs to get through that next song. But yeah, dude, it was mind blowing. honestly, Matt's just, I mean, you look at his credentials, he's killing it, and most importantly, he does it for his love of the music. I mean, you look at what his history is at Sam Phillips and kind of what he was doing with music history and remastering things down there. And yeah, I mean, everything you hoped it would be and more, really.
Mm-hmm. So if you weren't doing what you're doing now, if you weren't following your dreams and trying to lasso this music career, what would you be doing with your life?
Yeah, man. I would probably be literally out in the trenches with a shovel in my hand doing the landscape thing. Yeah, that's always been my fallback is working with my family and being outside. And they do pretty much everything on the exterior of homes, and from water gardens to trees to grass. So I would literally be out there. It's at least 96 today, so I'd probably be 10 pounds lighter. I wouldn't have a tan on my head. Yeah, I'd be bumping and grinding, and I'd be grumbling too. I wouldn't be happy about it.
So did you pack up and move to Nashville?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of in the transition process right now. I'm kind of getting my things together, so I will technically be full-time. About the time the record releases, I'll be here. So we're still kind of shopping and figuring out where to live
good.
and all that.
So we'll have a chance to see you live then, because you'll be playing in Nashville quite a bit, I bet.
Yeah, man, absolutely. As soon as we get that record done, I'm doing some round stuff right now, but as soon as we get that record done, we'll do a party in town for sure for the release of that, and then I'll be around all the time. You'll be tired of seeing me, brother.
Okay, well, if I don't see your schedule, I'm going to be awfully butthurt.
He's going to be butthurt.
Just so you know.
We'll get it to you. I'll send you a telegram.
Because I like to be in the loop, you know, and when you do make it big and you're playing the Opry and places like that, then I need backstage passes. So,
and if there's not grapes, I'm going to be butthurt.
Yeah, we got to have grapes.
Fed to
hey,
us.
dude, you remember that genuine thing I was talking about? Yeah, you're on the ticket. You're backstage for sure.
Good. We like to get this recorded so that way I can play it back later.
Uh-huh. Hey, do you remember when you said
good
this?
Point. Yeah, you've bound my hands.
I've trapped you.
Are you going to send me an email 10 years from now playing the same clip? Hey, you remember this, buddy?
Yep.
You know
I get the picture, yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I'm good with it.
So now you sent us one song, and we're going to play that because I want to talk about it and get some behind the scenes stuff on the song. It's called "The Sting."
Yeah.
Now, did you write this, or did you co-wrote it? Right?
Yeah, Craig and I wrote that together. We literally sat down and wrote that bad boy out of thin air.
All right. So where'd the idea come from?
Well, you know, I guess sound-wise, it's a little bit different, but song-wise, so we had a concept. We had kind of the hook that you hear in that song, which was dirty and gritty, and what we were going for, something kind of swampy with that hook. And we started out with that. And then we were immediately drawn kind of through that music to the love angle of things, but we knew it wasn't going to be that big, pretty love song, you know, because that hook was just so gritty. Mm-hmm. And so we started talking, just conversating, and Craig and I were talking about situations where you know, it's that classic thing where you're in love with somebody, but man, maybe they aren't the best thing for you. And it just was a natural fit from there. We said, let's kind of expand on that idea. And then we were working on the chorus part, and I was like, all right, you know, this hook right here in the end of the chorus has got to be killer. And, you know, if you listen to the lyrics, you got parts about your fingers on the trigger, I'm the target, baby. Mm-hmm. And so then it just popped in my head. I was thinking about arrows, like bow and arrows, and I watch a lot of Wild Wild West shows. And then I was thinking about the gun and the bullet, and so it was a perfect tie-in. It's hard to dodge the steel when you like the sting. That was the best concept I could come up with, man, because I'm thinking, you know, like, you got it bad for a girl or a guy when you're willing to get grazed by a bullet or hit in the flesh with a bullet, and you like the sting. That's how much you like that. So
that's the damn truth.
It just kind of
crazy, man. Have you ever had it that bad for a girl?
I've not. I'm going to be honest here. Yeah, I've never been willing to take a bullet yet at this point, but no, it's not going to happen. I don't know.
Now, are you currently in a relationship?
Yeah, man, I am. Been with an awesome girl for been together for 4 years.
Oh wow! Now she's back home, or is she going to move here, or what?
Oh yeah, she'll be here. She's a graphic design girl, so she should be able to find some work in town. Yeah, she's amazing. She's awesome.
Now, is she the cool girlfriend? Like, say, if you're on stage singing the Sting and like girls are throwing clothes at you, is she okay with that?
Yeah, you know what? She actually is. She's totally cool with that. She's the girl that says, "Hey, I know, he's coming home to sleep in my bed, so I'm fine with that."
So she's okay. Good. That's the kind of girl that you need.
Joke. As you can imagine, we've joked with Craig from time to time when we get in town together, and all three of us go out. And Craig was talking about, you got to do everything you can to raise money for this record. And Alexa was, she threw in. She was like, "Well, hey, if you got to sell your body, it's okay. It's, I don't
whatever it takes, get that record made."
In the moment.
Well, we have to get her on the show sometime because I need to get some dirt on Casey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. Remember those tickets I promised you?
Hey, I can edit this. I can edit this thing. This is called The Sting, Casey Clark, right here on the Chris Top program.
Loving you's like the moon, catching up to the sun. I know I'm bound to burn, but baby, you are the one. Got your finger on the trigger, on the target, baby, aiming for my heart, too late to save me. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like the sting. After midnight, waiting by the phone. I don't know how you look in the daylight. I wake up and you're gone. Got your finger on the trigger, on the target, baby, aiming for my heart, too late to save me. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like the sting. You're the devil in a dress and hell on heels, like the Wild Wild West, one shot, one kill. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like the sting. Catching up to the sun, I know I'm bound to burn. Got your finger on the trigger, on the target, baby, aiming for my heart, too late to save me. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like the sting. You're the devil in a dress and hell on heels, like the Wild Wild West, one shot, one kill. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like this. Got your finger on the trigger, on the target, baby, aiming for my heart, too late to save me. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like this. You're the devil in a dress and hell on heels, like the Wild Wild West, one shot, one kill. Should've just run, but I bought a ring. Hard to dodge a steal when you like the stain.
All right, you're in the right place. This is the Chris Top program. I'm Chris Top.
I'm Allie Top, and I'm cooler than Chris Top.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
You're more awkward than I am.
Yeah, that's so true.
I don't know if you're cooler.
I'm the queen of awkward.
It's not really saying much either if you say you're cooler than me, so I don't know if I would wear that as a badge. I just don't know.
I don't know. I'm more of a dork than you are.
So when you were sitting there listening to the Sting, how did it make you feel?
I was bulletproof.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was going to say.
There needs to be
kind of funny,
blowing up.
It is.
Blowing up. There needs to be guns, motorcycles, people in leather.
Yeah, I'm about as far from being a badass as you can be, but when I hear that song, it makes me feel like one. So I can kind of live through Casey a little bit.
Your inner badass.
Hey, that's what we're going for. That's it. Every man has this big hidden badass inside of him. It's just about getting him out.
Mine's hitting real deep, so you did good. You did good on bringing that out. Okay, now you've got a show coming up this weekend?
Yeah, well, no, actually I guess next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, August 12th.
And where's that at?
That's in Hickory, North Carolina, so it's close to my home territory, man.
Okay. Is it a big show or what?
Yeah, it is. They've got they took one of the oldest hosiery mills in my hometown and have renovated it in the last couple of years, and they've got a nationally touring music venue there that's doing big things right now. They got a big concert series they're opening up and doing things right, so it's going to be a big show.
Well, that's going to be fun. Do you ever still get a little stage fright when you get up there, or is it just pretty much second nature for you now?
Yeah, it's second nature, man. I still get that, that little bit of pump going on, but I guess it doesn't really translate into problems like it did when you're starting out,
Sure.
That can translate into unsteady hands, but yeah, I'm usually able to kind of settle in.
Nice. Well, you just seem like a real natural guy. I'm sure. Are you full of energy when you're on stage, or are you kind of subdued? How would you describe yourself?
I'd say a mix of both, man. Kind of depends on what's going on with the crowd and working the crowd, but I've definitely got some energy. I'm even keel most of the time, but I'm not like a dead dog, I guess.
I just think I would really enjoy your show. I want to see you in a writer's round too. So when you do, those are probably my favorite things. Just because the artists talk about the songs and it's more intimate. I like those.
Yeah, that's the telltale sign, man. It's no doubt. I got one tonight at Belcourt Taps at 5, so if anybody's available, come on.
Belcourt Taps tonight at 5, and then you got a show this weekend. Now, do you have your schedule on your website?
I do, yeah. CaseyClarkMusic.com. Everything's up to date on there usually.
Okay, so if I want to stalk you, I can just go there and find everything.
Yeah, man, you can find everything. Baby pictures of me, what I wrote. Yeah, everything's there.
And you're pretty active. Are you active on Twitter?
I don't do a lot on Twitter. That's kind of my only thing that I don't. Facebook's a big thing for me. I'm heavy on Instagram, man, just because I got pictures of Hawaiian rocks floating in crystal clear water. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So they can go to your website and find just anything.
Yeah, CaseyClark.com's got all the essentials as far as where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, who I'm playing with, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, if I want to buy your music, can I go anywhere and buy that yet?
Yes, the Sting is definitely available, man. It's every kind of every online distribution has got my stuff. Spotify's got it, Google Play's got it, iTunes has got it. So you can get everything there. My old record's on there too, so yeah, you can find it.
Okay. Do you want to do your public service announcement, Allie, while we've got a second here?
Heck yes,
okay.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
So the artists, they pour their heart and soul into the music that they produce.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only right if you buy the music as opposed to stealing it, which is so easy to do.
Well, I mean, I could just find it on YouTube. I've got the equipment. I can just record it for free and then
do
that. No?
I mean, you can, but
right.
you shouldn't. There's
okay.
a difference between that and the wrong thing.
Sure.
Because how are they supposed to make more music if you just steal it? These people want to make their music as a career for them, and if you're not buying it, you're not giving them any money. That's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So if I catch you stealing music, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something real special for you.
What are you going to do?
I will hunt you down!
Oh, see, that should make anybody listening not ever want to steal music. Yeah, so basically they can skip a cup of Starbucks, and then this month they can buy his whole EP when it comes out.
Or you could skip you could skip those Pokeballs. They're 99 cents. You
right.
Skip that.
Skip a Pokeball and then buy the Sting.
Right.
Yeah, you can feel like a badass for free.
Exactly, and you have that as long you have that forever.
Exactly.
The coffee and the Pokeballs go away.
They sure do. They go away fast.
So this month the EP comes out. Do you have a set date yet?
I do not. So fresh. I hadn't picked a specific date, and I don't want to say yet. Yeah, so we're not set yet.
Okay. Just let me know so I can be in the loop.
Absolutely, man.
Okay, as soon as you find out. I just like to know things before other people do.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel really, really good. Yeah. Now, if you could have any superhero power, what would that power be?
Oh, that's easy, man. Mind reading.
Oh.
I like it.
Now, okay, now this is a legitimate question. Now, do you think you would still have the amount of friends that you have if you could read their minds?
No, probably not, because they would be upset, but probably because I'd be disturbed by what I heard from their mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because even your best friends are going to think bad things about you sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
wow,
dude.
she's a slob.
Yeah. But I've always gone by that old country rule where you heard the story about the guy who's out working in his field, and his neighbor, the old woman, comes down all the way down the driveway, and she's like, "Look, you're not going to believe the terrible things that the guy next door is saying about you." And the farmer says, well, I can't hear him, so it doesn't bother me at all. I try to use that kind of general rule.
That's
there.
true. You know, if more people lived like that, I guess we'd be a little better off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn gossip.
Oh, it's ugly.
It is ugly.
It's deadly, man.
Okay, now, sort of more on a serious note, if you had an opportunity, say you had 5 minutes to sit down and have a cup of coffee with anybody. This could be anybody living or dead. Doesn't matter. It could be from 1,000 years ago. Who would it be?
Yeah. Man, that's probably got to be God or Jesus one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna clarify a lot of things for me. I'm one of those guys that sits around and specifically thinks about all the terrible things that happen to good people and cancer, and
sure.
So I could really notch off some questions and feel a lot better about some things if I got some explanations on that. So
absolutely. Well, I mean, would you give me a couple of questions you'd ask?
Yeah. Let's see, man. Here's a good one. I had a family friend 2 weeks ago. The tightest knit family, country family, great people, would do anything for anybody else, and their 16-year-old daughter mysteriously became ill and passed away within a week. So there's a question for you.
Whoa. Wow. So out of the blue, she became ill and then she passed away.
Completely, man. Yeah, I mean, just literally they were, doing a cooking contest together as a family, and then a week later she just starts feeling bad and dies on the way to the hospital. So. Oh
my goodness! Do they know why or how that happened? Or
they don't yet, man. It's still pretty fresh, and folks are trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's a big one for me. Is just these mysterious kind of death things. People that are young and have a future ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, you're just making plans for you at 16.
Yeah,
you've got all these dreams and hopes in your mind, and then you're just
that's
gone.
Not fair.
Wow,
no,
that is
terrible.
Craziness. That is absolutely craziness. I couldn't imagine either as a parent having to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I don't think you ever feel that hole. I don't even know processing it's bound to be I don't know. I've never faced anything that difficult in my life. My life hadn't been all peaches, but I damn sure hadn't faced anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have a child that's ill, even if you're expecting it, it's still not something easy to deal with. But when it comes out of left field like that, it's got to be impossible to process.
Absolutely, I don't think you can. I mean, Yet again, they're probably saying the same thing. They'd like to have a cup of coffee with God and get some answers too, man.
Yes, absolutely. And you want to keep the faith and you want to believe that He has a plan for everything. But sometimes, to us, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think that's where you really, reach out. I agree. Like it just doesn't make sense. And if you're a person of faith, you know that's kind of the way it goes. That we don't quite see through the same lens He does. But man, I tell you, it sure would be nice just to. If you could get a little education on that and be like, oh, I get it. I understand.
Absolutely. Now, on with the music. Like, say, after the EP's done, do you have any plans for an album later on, or is it just
dude,
EP
absolutely. We Craig and I got plenty of songs in our pocket that we've worked on either separately or together, and so we definitely want to follow up with that. I mean, it's been a super experience working with those guys, and all the players that I had on my record, local guys that have been doing it for a while. And so, yeah, we want to get back together and follow up with the full length for sure. That's our plan.
And you worked with Craig, you said, was it just this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. We worked all day yesterday together doing some stuff and did a mix down last night. So we were chilling out with candles lit, laying on the floor, listening to the ballad of the record last night and finished it up.
How much fun is that, getting with somebody that's got sort of the same hopes and dreams that you have, and you just kind of sit there and you work on these little masterpieces? How much fun is that? It's
amazing. I mean, it's the culmination of my life. I mean, there's no better feeling really, especially with somebody like Craig who's so driven and just a fun guy to be around anyway. It's never awkward to be around him, and I mean, I'm literally living out my dream as soon as I'm bringing a piece of music and we're bringing it to speakers and sitting in there and listening to it in the studio. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any more satisfying or gratifying for me than that, man.
Sure. And when you say that you're living your dream, just what exactly would be your definition of success?
Yeah, sure, man. That's easy for me. For me, my definition of success would just be to be completely funded by my music. So thanks to your little notification that you did earlier about not pirating music, man. Yeah, That's my goal. That's always been my thing. Honestly, I want to write timeless songs. I want to write and record music that's not thrown away in 5 years. That's remembered forever. I think about songs like John Hyatt, Have a Little Faith in Me, songs like that. So I want to write timeless music, and then I want to be able to transition into that and be able to tour and make more records and continue to do that until I'm old and gray and it's time for me to retire. That's my definition of success, man. It doesn't have to be at the top level, but it needs to be at a level that folks can pay to come see me play music, and I can make enough money to make the level of records like this EP we're doing every time, work with the players in town that I want to work with, yeah.
That's exciting. I mean, I'm just so happy for you because you seem like you're really happy doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm super happy, and I've put in the work, doing other types of work. Like I said, outdoor work. I worked in financial services for a while, where you sit in an office 60 hours a week and you watch the snow pile up and everything. And then I went back home and worked outside for a couple of years and just stood out there in the rain because I was so happy not to be in an office anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this is me, dude. This is me.
I just can't get past the fact that you do seem so genuine, and you're fall. And I guess maybe that's what makes you genuine, because you decided one day to say, "Hey, I'm going to follow what I want to do." Because there are people, most people, the majority of people in the world, they have these little switches in their heads that say, "Okay, forget about your dreams, go get a real job and make money." But evidently, your switch was broken, which is a good thing.
I don't think it was wired at all.
Yeah. And, I look at these artists and they write about all these breakups and they write about all these horrible things, but they're happy. Yep. And I think it's because the music is really a therapy for artists. I mean, you've got like a psychiatrist in your own mind all the time, so you don't need any help with any of that. And you are just a genuinely happy person. And I see that in a lot of artists, actually. And it's kind of cool.
It's that's a cool perspective hearing you say that, because you've dealt with so many artists and been around artists. But I agree, man. I mean, I see it as a distillery or a filter for water, man. Literally, yeah. I mean, you got all this crap and gunk that goes in, and then you write a song, you write a tune, and as you're writing it, you're figuring out the problem. You're figuring out, hey, oh, well, this is why it happened. You're thinking about it, or this is the outcome. And regardless if you find the answer or not, then during that process, you're washed clean, man. So, yeah, it's completely accurate, I think.
Yeah, and you're just getting it off your chest.
And as you were saying earlier, it's really cool that people, there's people out there that don't listen to their inner voice, like, get a real job and blah, blah, blah. Because it's like they refuse to be unhappy, so they just work harder until they can do what they want to do.
Yeah, I wish I knew what the difference was, like psychologically, what the difference is between artists and people that do give up and end up being miserable their whole lives. Why do they choose being miserable over being happy?
I don't know, because I feel like maybe because of other people, like they don't want other people to be.
Well, it goes back to what Casey was saying at the beginning of the show about how you don't compare yourself to other people, you just do what you do.
And I like that, and it's like I feel like the ones that don't give up, just like I said, they refuse to be unhappy, and they've been miserable, and they're sick of it. So that switch just turns on in their head, and they say, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do it my way.
Now, yeah, I agree, and I think some, in looking at other artists, I think sometimes, and myself personally too, is, I don't want to say amused, but it seems like a lot of artists see through situations in life quicker, maybe, and they're able to kind of hop above it, or they don't get the same gratification out of certain things that people do. I don't know. That's one thing I've noticed. Like a lot of people, because I've had buddies that are artists, that have trouble in relationships, or because they're just not satisfied doing the same things that their significant other is. But it's like they just got a higher calling. They feel like they need to connect with that. So maybe that. I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, I talk to a lot of people, and 99% of the artists always tell me that their significant other has to understand that the music is always going to come first, because that was their first love, and that's just how it is.
It is.
Yeah, and you have to have a partner almost that understands that, for sure.
And it's hard. It's not easy. I can agree to that, but you gotta know that. I think guys like myself that's our purpose, man. That's what we were put here to do.
Sure. And I wouldn't want you to do anything else. I would feel gypped off if you decided to do something else.
Me too.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I appreciate that, man. That's good support. If you could write me letters monthly, consider that. I'll just put it on the website.
Sure, I will.
Yeah.
If you could give some advice, and this will be the last question of the day because we're out of time, but if you, say you just got done playing a concert and a kid comes up to you, he says, Casey, man, I really, really love what you do. It's really inspiring, and I would like to do the same thing. I've been playing the guitar a little bit, singing some. Like, what kind of advice would you give him?
Sure, man. Well, first off, I'd tell him, you can do it. You can be bigger than me. You can be louder than me. You can write better songs than me because you can do anything you want to do with your life, regardless of your situation, your family, your home life, or whatever you got going on. You can do anything you want to do. And then my second thing would be, but you got to get right with discipline. You got to practice, and you got to put in the time. Doesn't matter what you want to do in life. Especially if you want to be a musician, you got to figure out how to be disciplined and be organized in order to see that happen. And then I would say believe in yourself, man. Don't ever, there's going to be a million times when you start thinking like y'all were talking about earlier. Well, maybe I can't cut this. Maybe I can't make it at this, and all you got to do at that moment is say, man, I'm meant to do this. I'm bound to do this. I'm gonna keep on trucking.
Yeah, and as long as you're happy, what else matters?
That's right.
Yeah,
Amen.
Absolutely,
for sure. And I know in Nashville, any big city that you go and you're pursuing a musical career or anything in the arts, you're going to get said no to so many more times than yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I know it's probably never easy, but I guess eventually you get callous to it and you just use it as a positive thing. Right. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you become immune to it, man. You just focus on the fact that maybe you weren't supposed to connect with those people in that audience, and you got to find your niche in your audience.
Yeah, because it's out there. You just got to find them. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Well, Casey, you're just a really cool guy. That's all I can say.
You're really inspiring.
What I would like to do is maybe sometime when you're performing, if I could just kind of like hang out and just tell people that I know you. I think that would be good for me.
Dude, you are more than welcome to hang out with me anytime. I would love that.
Sweet. Say, I'm in.
You're
I'm in the loop.
Yeah.
I got this.
You're totally in, dude. You were in 20 minutes ago.
Yes. Okay, so you want to take us out, or?
Yeah.
Okay. But first, I do want to mention this. The Sting, you can find that on iTunes, CaseyClark.com. Go there, check it out. Skip your cup of coffee. Buy that. Buy his whole EP when it comes out. Maybe this month. Beginning of next month, somewhere in there, but good guy. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you were listening to the Chris Top program, which is super cool for you.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted to say.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
But we do not, nor will we ever take you for granted. There are a million, quadrillion, bajillion, billion things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to us, and that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yep.
So until we broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good, and we're gone.
Maybe dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2